Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's the Guilty Gamer, and I'm here for episode 13 of my Magical Painter series. So this is a really exciting episode because, as I stated in the description, the twins actually age up in this episode, and I'm so hyped. So as you can see, we're here at the house with the family, and we're actually in the process of an adoption. I did say in the previous episode that I did want them to get a black cat. Now, this is the only black cat that they had. And, the cat's not that cute, but, why not? I just thought I just wanted a black cat, so I just picked it. And I didn't feel like waiting for the next round of pets, so I thought, I'll just bite the bullet and do it. I decided to go with the name Onyx just because I felt like it was a little bit different. I was kind of thinking of calling the cat like Raven or Nevermore or Sabrina. I felt like Onyx was a bit more unique. I've always liked the name Onyx, and it's like, what is an onyx? It's like a black gem. So I thought, why not? We sell gems and we have a black cat, so why not name the black cat after a black gem? So what was I gonna do? So in this episode, I think, yes, I did mention previously that I recently got the Life and Death expansion pack, which I'm really excited about. I haven't really looked at the world properly, so I thought I'd maybe take them out for a trip to Ravenwood at some stage just to have a look around. I really want the kids to see the crow. That was like the main thing I was looking forward to in the pack, which probably sounds so ridiculous, but I was really looking forward to seeing the crow. I also did mention that I wanted Susanna to start working out because she has been getting kind of chunky and they wanted her to lose a little bit of weight. Now, the plan was to go to the local museum and work on the equipment. However, I could not be bothered to do that. So I was like, you know what? There's plenty of like wide open space. Let me just have her jog. It's just easier to have her jog. I'm gonna try have her jog every day if I remember, just so that she can try lose a little bit of weight when the weather's nice. Just to get her to slim down slightly. And then what else is gonna happen in this episode? Of course, so after the twins age up, during the episode, I am going to have them join what is it called? Their magic schools. You guys will see this like during the episode. But yeah, so like there is the Ravenwood Family Day. So I just had them come here. I'm not really that familiar with the world. I kind of briefly looked around a little bit with an NPC, but I'm not like yeah, I don't know. So I decided to just come here. So they're in a little square with the goat statue, which I think is so cute. And so this is the actual like family day festival thing. And I was like really looking forward to seeing like the wills and coffins area. I thought that was so cool. I saw a lot of other simmers like going through this in their walkthroughs, and I just love the will idea. I think it's like such a cool idea, and it's like so clever, and I definitely will be using that in the future. Really looking forward to it. Love this. Now, silly me, I probably should have moved a little bit faster because I know how quickly these festivals are over. So it does end quite quickly, but I'm kind of happy that, it seems like there's like a few things to do. There are people to talk to, there's food. In terms of festivals, I think this is like quite a good festival. Now, in fairness, the festivals in San Myshuno were quite good as well, but maybe I'm just talking about like the novelty of it because I haven't really been to a festival and really cared in a while. So, yeah, like it's nice to see that there are quite a few things that you can do. And I never noticed, but this townie here on the top right hand corner, does she have an infant with her? I never noticed that before because I have never seen like infants or toddlers like outside the house. So that really kind of stuck out to me. So that was a bit weird. Yeah, that was different. Let me find out that you can actually bring Tannies actually bring toddlers and infants. That's actually so interesting. So it's like super inclusive. Another thing that I actually completely forgot about is that when I was watching the different walkthroughs, one of the things that everyone really liked is the fact that the parks or the squares are quite lively at night. So, for those of you who play the game quite often, you do know that dead areas like Dead Space and towns feeling apocalyptic is something that people always complain about. So, one of the really good things I heard about Ravenwood is that at night there's like loads of stuff not to do, but like there's people around. I mean, like more so ghosts than anything, but you have like specters and ghosts and stuff. And that's kind of why I stuck around. Otherwise, I probably would have just gone home. Now, yeah, like this was silly of me. I took too long, so the kids never got to see the crow. They didn't get to see the crow, which is annoying. Maybe on the next family day, we might come back, or I might just buy them a crow. But look, the little specters. I have the paranormal stuff pack. So for those of you who don't know, the paranormal stuff pack that came out a few years ago allows you to have a haunted house. I think I've only ever played with a haunted house once and I didn't like it because it was always super dark. Because part of the things that comes with a haunted house is that your lights are constantly off, which is like so annoying. So I don't play with the haunted houses. So I rarely will see specters. Like I rarely will see them. So whenever I do see them, I think they're so cute. So I love the fact that they're like floating around. I really like that they added them to this world. And I never thought about it. I wonder if they're independent to the paranormal stuff pack. Sure they must be, Well, I quite like that, that they're using, even though like technically it's not a good thing, but I like the fact that they're using a feature from another pack. In this pack, something that is familiar. I like familiarity because it makes the game feel a bit more immersive. I love that. Yeah, like this is so cute. Like imagine like was walking through at night and you see all the little specters and ghosts. Like I don't know, it just seems kind of nice. I can kind of see what people meant when they were saying that. They think they think the pack is really good. And yeah, because the fact that the world feels so, it does feel alive. So it's alive during the day and it's alive at night. If you contrast this to say Tomarang like objectively is a very pretty world, but literally nothing happens there. It's literally a ghost town, no pun intended. That's kind of annoying. Now I did watch some lore videos about the different townies here, like the ghosts and stuff, but I don't really remember a lot of it, and it's quite detailed. So if I do remember some bits and pieces, I'll definitely like mention bits just like in the future. Yeah, like it's just so cool. And I love this that there's like a ghost child. I think that's like very, very cool because you really don't see that often. I think they only like recently introduced a thing where kids can die because I don't think they could have died before, but I must actually look into that to confirm to see if that's possible. If they can, that's kind of cool. I mean, it's not good, but it's kind of cool. Right, okay, so the twins are about to age up, so I feel like I know I did say that I wasn't gonna do like the whole cake thing again and make it into a thing. I didn't throw a party because I couldn't be arsed, but I did bring them to Adora's Delight. Now I did give it a makeover and I'm really happy with it. It looks 100 times better. It looked really busted and crazy before, if you guys remembered. It just looked a hot mess. So I was like, do you know what? Let me stop disgracing myself and let me actually do over the restaurant. I didn't really use that much new stuff. I literally just like, I think the biggest difference is like the chairs. These are just like the vampire back chairs. And I decided to just get a cake, to be completely honest. I didn't bother with like food or anything because it was just, I didn't want it to just be like this big long process. I got the tiered cake that I usually get. Love the tiered cake. I think it's so cute. It's a little bit cold, so I put on the fire. I could have done it with magic. Completely forgot. Again, I keep forgetting that she's a spellcaster. It's just not a good sign. And yeah, I just had them age up essentially. So at long last. So I aged up Alice first because I aged up Lena first last time, and then I gave them little makeovers, and then afterwards we took some pictures, and I'm gonna, I think I'm gonna frame them in the house at some stage just so we can have them, because I do want to kind of try and make memories. I don't think I have any other photos other than from the wedding, so I wanted to do that. So yeah, so Atlas has aged up, and I just gave him I can't remember the aspiration I gave him, but I gave him something that would make him quote unquote good, I think. And then I think it was gonna make Luna evil, but then I like changed my mind. I can't remember. Sorry, I just can't remember. So after this, I'm not gonna show them going to school in this episode just because I haven't been to the school in a hot minute and it could be a bit, rough looking, especially because some of my CC is gone. So I need to go and check to see what the condition of it is like. I'm gonna see if there are any supplies in the local store. There is a local store in the world, but I don't know how much stock is in it. I might be able to get a broom for one of them and maybe some books if they have books there. It's owned by the local royal family, so they haven't been doing. They don't really. Money has been a bit funny in the course, so I don't know. You know, they might have to go to the realm to get what they need. But they might not need tombs in fairness, but I might have to get like another broom. That's the only thing. And obviously some wands as well. I don't think they have wands there, so oh my gosh, this is like it's very annoying actually, but I'll kind of fill you guys in more as the game goes on. I'm playing on a micro level. I would like to start a series where I'm playing with the royal family just to show kind of like what they get up to and how they're like managing the other spellcasters and stuff. But you know, that's like outside of the scope of this video. Yeah, we'll get there eventually. I absolutely love this dress that Luna's wearing. I think it's so nice. I think it's one of the nicest dresses in the game. Like it's giving very much Ellie Saab, like the designer. I'm like really into it. And I love what Susanna's wearing as well. That's so nice. And they put Atlas in vampire wear because as I've been playing, I can kind of feel myself tying in like quite a lot of vampire culture, to be completely honest. Yeah, like I can feel myself using a lot of vampire influence, which I don't think is a bad thing, but and I know that technically like the vampires and the spellcasters are natural enemies, but I don't know, I've always kind of felt like them working side by side made more sense than them not side by side just because vampires do live longer and because I've been playing with this world for quite a long time, and one thing that was happening is that my spellcasters they would keep dying and they weren't able to really amass wealth in the way that I would have liked. So when I like brought like vampires to the world, I was leaning quite heavily on them just because, you know, it's easier for them to build wealth, they live longer and it's just easier. So it might become a spellcaster and well like a spellcaster and vampire led state, like a vampire led state, like financially and like culturally more like spellcaster inclined, but I don't know. Like I'm not really sure what way to do it. It is a place for all occults technically, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I'm trying to say. But that's kind of what it's yeah, it's kind of hard to explain. But again, that's something I might explore in the future. Also, I really want to use the bucket list feature. I haven't used the bucket list feature because I want to see how it works. I've heard like kind of mixed reviews about it, you know, some good as well. So we've officially, well, Atlas has officially dropped out of school, and then Luna's gonna follow suit. One thing I do is when I'm kind of doing this kind of gameplay, I like to turn off the fears just because when you drop out of school as a teen, your teen sims get this like fear buff and it's like so annoying. They get this fear of disappointing parents buff and it just makes everything hard. It's annoying. So I turn off the fears when I'm doing this kind of gameplay just to make it easier. And then obviously I just enroll them in a magic school. So this is going to be tricky with twins, but I think it will be manageable. Um, and having brooms does actually make a difference because of the location of the school. I found that in the past, my teen sims, they use their brooms to get like to and from school. Well, go home from school. I definitely think having both of them have brooms will be beneficial. And then, okay, we already have a cauldron, so they can practice there. They're gonna have to practice at home as well, just because like I don't know if they're gonna be able to do everything at school. And also, actually, no, yeah, I was gonna just say hopefully I have enough students, but I think I do. I should have enough students in the city to fill a class. And I'm excited because they're gonna like make friends. And another really great thing about what's it called? Another really great thing about the magic school is that it's easy for them to meet people and like get married and stuff. So that's like another huge perk as well. I'm gonna have Susanna go for a jog, get some exercise, and then I'm gonna have Luna and Onyx and Atlas go to the local store to check out the merchandise to see if there's anything in it. Again, I don't think so because to be completely honest, I'm talking about this place like it's a real place, but I just know the city just doesn't have it's not what do you call it when a city is not rich? The city just doesn't have any money, so there just isn't it just needs work. It needs a little help. So like this is the local store, the convenience store. It's owned by like my royal family, my royal spellcaster family. Even though they're the royal family and they live in a really expensive castle, they don't have a lot of money. They're house poor, basically. I was thinking of doing a thing where everyone once a year will give a gift to the royal family as like a form of like taxes, maybe. I don't know. I was thinking of doing that because just help them out because it's hard before I'm trying to improvise play. I might do that. The cat will go give me royal. Okay, I not and I love what Luna puts down Angel, which I think is so cute. And another feat of life and death. They light a candle, they react to the ways. I think beautiful that I put on the candle, like so nice. So I look at broom. I like broom. You look good in the empty. I mean, for been bought. Did I have this? I don't know. They have any- Not well. That's not like not a park, but a square where it's like multiple shops. Maybe I don't know. I never. Yeah, it's like tricky. It's a tricky one. I don't know. I might do that. That might not be a bad idea. I might actually do it. Anyway, that was. I mean, it was eventful because we got a broom, but you know, couldn't really get much. But like Susanna just came back from work, paid the bills, and then, of course, yeah. Oh my gosh, like I don't know how I'm gonna do this with the two of them. It's gonna be like so much work. Also, like, how am I going to do this and have Susanna work at the same time? Because I want to give them enough attention in school because I don't want them to like, because I really want them to be virtuosos. It's really hard to build skills as a spellcaster, like when you're older. It doesn't really happen. It's hard to rank up as a spellcaster when you're older and you're working and stuff. So I would prefer them to get good grades like at this age, but I need like Susanna needs to work and I'm gonna have to just figure it out. I don't know. Maybe she could just work at home more. She needs to get her money up, like for real, for real. Okay, what else happened? Not much else happens, to be completely honest. Do you guys like the outfits that I gave the twins? I'm like really happy with them. I love this outfit. I like this outfit that Alice is in. He looks like such a teenager in his like skull t-shirt and his boots. He looks so cool. I'm obsessed. And of course, I had to put Luna in a dress because I love a dress with some ballet flats. But yeah, at this stage, and like, look at the new cage that the frog is in. How cute is that? Is that like a free update? I don't know. I didn't, yeah, I'm not sure. I didn't know that was a thing, but I love that little cage. I think that's like so nice. But yeah, I think I'm gonna leave this here for the time being. If you did watch into the end, thank you so much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will be back with episode 14. And in episode 14, we are going to be starting school officially, and the twins are going to be making friends and starting their journey as, are they second generation? As second generation spellcasters. So it's actually super duper exciting. So I will see you guys in the next one.